Here inside the WB Mason Coaches Support, Andrews Shoreside, joined by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Andrews.
Your team now coming off a 15-8 win over UMass, second to last conference game of the season. Your overall thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I was happy with the way the guys performed. I thought they did a nice job. Still some areas to clean up, as you know. You're always in that constant crave of that perfect game, and knowing that it may never come, but you're always kind of pushing for it. So happy for the guys. I am. It was a long week of practice with the hangover of the Drexel game, and I thought they handled it in a business-like fashion. Obviously, the Hofstra UMass game brings out another element of what goes on, and again, just happy the way they performed, happy the way they started, happy the way they finished, and now on to Towson.
Yeah, just looking at Josh Burns specifically, 5 goals in that game, a couple of assists as well. What changed for him between Drexel and UMass?
Well, certainly his stats. And again, it was one of those things where he was 1 for 11 shooting versus Drexel, and a competitor is not going to have that 2 weeks in a row, or doesn't want to let that streak continue. And he was focused. He was focused all week in practice. He felt like he let the team down during the Drexel game, and he wasn't about to let that happen. His family, he lives on the west side of Canada. His family was here for maybe 1 of 2 games that they've seen in his career, and I'm really happy for him and his family to be able to experience that together.
Alterman also had a really good game for you guys. What have you been seeing from him lately, and can he continue this kind of play?
Yeah, Dylan, and he played really well against UMass last year as well, and he's a wonderful person and a tremendous player, and he picked and chose when he should go, and he redodged a couple times and got inside, and he finished the ball well, and certainly happy to see that happen.
You said you're still in search of that perfect game after one way in which you would like your team to improve is the face-off category. What does it take for your team to win the face-offs?
Yeah, again, we're going to have to come together as a team. It is, certainly something that we didn't expect this situation to be in, but we're in it. And you got to face things that maybe you weren't prepared for, or that arise. Sometimes it's injury. Sometimes it's you thought you were going to be good here, and you're not good here. You're better here, and you didn't think you were going to be great there. So again, back to the drawing board. With Chris Clark and Kyle Gallagher, Towson's face-off man is very good. Alex Woodall is he's a big, strong kid that can get out of his stance. He can get over the ball, and we're going to have our hands full this week. But we're going to get back to work, and we'll study some film, and we'll come up with a game plan, and we'll come up with a plan B.
Pretty successful fourth quarter for your team against UMass here as well. What had to culminate for your team? What kind of focus did require your team for that?
Yeah, again, I we talk about it all the time. We're 11-1. Yeah, maybe the fourth quarters haven't gone our way, but 11 times the game has. And sometimes, as human nature, we look for the negative. And there's some positive there too. And I was happy for the guys. There's a couple of stats that we try to make a big emphasis on. And this week certainly was the fourth quarter score. We won the fourth quarter. We won the ground ball stat. We were pretty efficient, and again, there were things that we need to work on. But overall, alumni day here, senior day, and to deliver that win was a good one.
Yeah, now looking forward to Towson, your team playing them for the last game of the regular season next week. What are you seeing from this team?
Listen, Sean Nadalin is a guy that I coached in a prior life, and he is, I know what type of person he is. Those guys will be ready to go. They're coming off a loss at Fairfield. They've got one of the best attacks in the country. They're a blue-collar team. They're a tough-nosed, hard-nosed defense. They got a guy that can win the ball at the X, and probably the best short-stick combination in the country. With those 2 guys, 16 and 18, they can. It's like playing against 6 poles. So we're going to have to come up with a good plan offensively. We're going to have to be well-rested and healed, but certainly we're going to have to pay attention to the details this week.
Yeah, is there any sort of extra feeling there because your team wants to win for home field advantage too?
Yeah, again, right now we're not even mentioning that. We want to live in the moment, and the moment is we have a game versus Towson. We can't control what's going to happen after that because there's things that are out of our control. The only thing we can control is preparing for Towson, playing well versus Towson, and making sure that we just do take another step as a team. We know we qualified for the CAA If it's at Hofstra or at Towson or at Drexel, wherever it may be, we just can control what we can control, and that's going to be getting back to work today.
He's Seth Tierney, the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
And thank you for watching the W. Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.